Hello, welcome to Empowered Parenting. So, this week we are going to be talking about curiosity questions. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I'm Christina Saley. I'm a positive discipline parent educator and parenting coach. And every week I'm going to come to you live with a new parenting tool. Today we're going to talk about curiosity questions. So, asking instead of telling invites children to think and choose. So, instead of telling our children to, brush your teeth, do your homework, don't forget your coat, the constant telling that we tend to do, try instead asking. Asking invites cooperation. Asking invites the children to think about what their choice is and think about what the answer is and make a decision. So, some examples of asking are what do you need to be, uh, sorry, what do you need to do to be ready for school on time? Oops, what do you need to clean up the spilled milk? How can you and your brother solve this problem? What do you need to take so you won't be cold outside? What is your plan for getting your homework done? So, those are some examples of ways you can ask instead of telling. And as our kids get older and they make mistakes, we want to help them explore the consequences of their choices rather than lecturing them and doing as parents tend to do by telling our children what happened, what they should feel about what happened, what they should have learned from what happened, what they should do next time, but instead invite them to explore and learn from their mistakes on their own. So, helping children explore the consequences of their choices is much different than imposing consequences on them. So, exploring invites the participation of children to think for themselves and to figure out the consequences of their choice, to decide what is important to them, to how they want to achieve what they want. And the end result is focusing on solutions to the problem instead of focusing on the consequences. Like I said, too often adults tell children, what happened, what caused it to happen, how they should feel about it. So instead, we want to get really curious and ask our children, ask them questions like, what were you trying to accomplish? How do you feel about what happened? What did you learn from this? How can you use what you learned in the future? What ideas do you have for solutions now? So, some guidelines when you're asking curiosity questions is don't have an agenda. You aren't getting into your child's world if you already have an agenda about how they should answer the questions. Instead, you want to get real curious. And don't ask questions if you're upset or your child's upset. Because if you do at that time, it's not going to sound like it's coming from a place of curiosity. So make sure that both you and your child are calm when you sit down and explore and ask curiosity questions. And lastly, ask curiosity questions from your heart. Use your wisdom to show you how to get into your child's world and show empathy and acceptance. And from this, your children will learn that mistakes truly are opportunities to learn. So don't beat themselves up about it, right? So I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions about any of these positive discipline parenting tools, please ask in the feed under this video or message me directly, and I will help you figure out more and how you can implement this in your family. So thank you, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye now.